Okay, good morning guys. Check this out. This is the constellation from the Northern Hemisphere around about now. Got myself a fantastic guy, English Northern guy. Check out that pyramid. Look at that. Look at that. There's the belt of Orion there, which I've been showing you. I've been photographing it, documenting it. You've all seen it. Look, boom, boom, boom. Betelgeuse. And I'd like to show you my picture that I drew. Right. Okay. Now, this is the Sagittarius thing here, what you're looking at there. Now, when I drew this, put this in my picture, put it in on purpose because I knew that when we go through Sagittarius and during this time, this is when it's all going to happen. And that's why I put that in there. And I didn't put the stars in there, I wanted it to be a mystery so people work it out, just like the Egyptians did. And that's why I put that there, and that. And everything else in there. There's a feather of Mart, what weighs your heart with. These here, if you put it on its side, look like the clouds in the sky, the ones that are giving off these magnetic signatures. Also with my daughter's drawing, she draws these as well. But just let me get some forward first. I've got some empirical evidence today from a dog called Tawny. A dog, you're saying? Yes, a dog. Doesn't get more proof than that. Now, I've been out this morning very early, like 5:30, walking through the woods in the dark on my own, with no fear, by the way. And I bumped into 4 people today. All of them were absolutely fantastic. I'll start off in order. So first of all, I met a lady at the shop. I won't tell you where she's from or her name because she wishes to remain anonymous. But she's a very fascinating, absolutely wonderful lady. She must be over 70. Anyway, I stopped her and I said, "Oh, about the moon, rah, rah, rah." She says, "Oh, yes. I watch the moon every night," she said. And I'm thinking, oh my Lord. So she's noticed the strange anomaly. So I filled her in a bit more and told her, and she's very fascinated. And she also gives her own weather reports, and she has noticed that things aren't right. So anyway, she's got my channel, and she's going to leave a comment today, and I'd like everybody to welcome her because she's absolutely a wonderful lady. She's from Switzerland. Brilliant lady. And so I spoke to her, she's got my channel in. Then I'm outside the shop and this guy comes along with this little Staffordshire bull terrier. I know this little Staffy. Beautiful little dog she is. She's only 7. Wise little thing, and she's very friendly. Anyway, I'm looking after the dog while he's going to the shop. And I'm stroking her and she's beautiful. She's very wise. You can see it in her face. Very in tune with everything. She's looking around, see what's going on. And then when he came out, I said, "Oh, excuse me," and I told him about the change of seasons and the planets. And I said, "Can I ask you this? Is your dog behaving strangely?" And he said, "It's funny you should say that." And I thought, here we go. I said, "Right, what? Tell me then." He said, "Well, at 1 o'clock in the morning, my dog gets up. This is the Northern Hemisphere, right? Southern. So, as you know, the poles flipped. So now, the view of the moon in the UK is from the view of the moon in Australia. Okay, so we've not shifted into our winter position, it stayed where it is. Hence, why I've got some empirical evidence. We've got cherry blossom towards the end of November, and I will show you a picture of the said cherry blossom. Right, there you go. That's today. There you see it. There's the time. Today. Right? There is an absolutely stunning holly tree. I've never seen holly looking that nice in all my days. It's absolutely perfect. Right. He said, yeah, my dog wakes up at 1 a.m. asking for food. He wants his food. And he wants to go out because he thinks it's daytime. And they're having trouble feeding him in the daytime because he wakes up at 1 in the morning. Because he thinks, because his clock is in Australia, but he's in the UK. So this dog is absolutely 100% empirical evidence that the pole shift has obviously taken place. We know that. But the dog says it all to me. That is just unbelievable. And he's gonna come to my channel today, the guy who owns the dog. So his name's Tawny, which is quite funny because I thought Tawny the owl straight away. You know the owl. So there, the dog's name's Tawny. He's a Staffy. He's 7 years old. She is proof positive and would be admissible in court. We went to court at 1 in the morning with the dog, and the dog woke up and wanted something to eat. That'll prove it. If you don't believe it, look up at the sky. This is what I drew. Just quickly. This is Orion's belt. You know what that is. And when this guy stands up and pulls his arrow back and finds it in there, boom. What else did I find out? Oh yeah, I'm going to leave a link to a video. Right, last night Gina from her channel, and I'll leave the link in there for her channel as well. She's gone onto the ISWA International Space Weather Station, and she was following it, and what she's seen was, this is unbelievable, guys. So you know the model, you've seen it. So the magnetic signature goes round there. But last night it spat out this signature. It looked like an eye. And it looked like it came from Earth. She's got a picture there where you will see this object, a square object, go into the sun or the earth, whatever it is, and then slingshot around it and fire out this eye. Literally, it went round. I knew what she was showing me. I don't think she understood it, but they were slingshotting this. Now, she wasn't sure. She said it was the sun this morning. Yesterday, she wasn't sure. Other people have said it's Earth, because it is, because Earth is in the centre of this model here, and it looks like a pool ball, like a black ball, like the black ball. In the centre of it is the Earth, and the magnetic signatures come off it. You know the ones, you get close field lines. But it spat out an eye. But these square things went in there, shoom, boom, and then spat out this eye of Horus here. Now, Gina doesn't know what she's looking at. She's only like the rest of us. She's only learning as we go along. So she doesn't really fully understand, because it's not easy to read those charts. I mean, I follow the Schumann, the ISWA, the seismograph, my own compass. I follow all these models, and they're not easy. It takes you a couple of weeks to understand what the coloured lines means and all the rest of it, just like on the Schumann resonance. It's not easy to read them, but it doesn't take long. So I would imagine Catfish, she's going to be in touch with Catfish. Everybody's gone over to her channel. I told her to go to Catfish because he knows all about this. So I'm expecting today that Catfish is going to have a lot of people who are going to come over to him from Gina's channel. It's all getting very interesting. Also, I've seen a video today which actually, whoa, I was a bit shocked. You can see a spider coming out of this image of Earth through a lens. I just have to leave you the link. I don't know what to say. Last night I went to a channel and I was watching it, and I could have sworn I heard an actual demon voice in the video, and I thought, wow, and it really disturbed me, guys. And I rebuked it straight away in the name of Jesus, because I could feel its presence. And I turned the video off because I couldn't watch it because it totally disturbed me. I went back on it this morning and someone's left a comment in there saying they heard something very strange. And they left the timestamp, and I just told them, yeah, I heard it as well. Because I think they've opened up the portal. And that's why that spider come out. That's why Earth's spitting out an eye. I did say it looks like the tears of Ra. I've already gone through that video. It looks like teardrops coming out of Mother Earth. That's what I say. Because Mother Earth spat out these teardrops. And if you know anything about Ra, which you should do if you follow my channel, I found you the hieroglyph or whatever it pertains to the eyes, the tears of Ra pertaining to what's going on. Okay, that's just a quick video. Let's not leave my daughter out, because she is an absolute legend. Just quickly, when she was young, 4 or 5 years old, I taught her all about the planets, as much as I could. And I told her that Pluto has been declassified as a dwarf planet. And she was 5 or 6 years old, and she went to Egypt with her mum, not me, that's another story, to the Giza pyramids. And one of the excursions was to go out amongst the pyramids at night on camels in the middle of nowhere, so they could look up at the Milky Way and speak about the planets and all the stars. Now they're all sat around, and there's this Egyptian there, and he's giving a talk on the planets. And he said, does anybody know anything about Pluto? My daughter, 5 or 6 years old, put her hand up amongst all these adults and said, yes, it's no longer a planet, it's a dwarf planet now. And everybody nearly, well, you could have knocked him down with a feather, because clearly a 6-year-old is not supposed to know that. And he was mightily impressed. And bearing in mind, she was sat amongst the pyramids when this happened. And I taught her all about astrotheology when she was young, as much as I could. And so, one of my contributors to my channel, lovely lady, she's very interested in this, and so am I. And she asked me about the influence of these stars. But when she was young, I used to draw stars like this for her, just to make it basic and easy for her so she'd understand. But this, look at this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Everybody knows this flower. Everybody knows that flower. And she knows about Saturn because I taught her. But that looks like a DNA strand thing there. And she's also got the circle of life thing going on in that there. And this does look like the dove of peace. And the Star of David, like I said, is because as a child, there's the magnetic signatures which match that beard, which I drew a year after because I wasn't an artist before. That looks like the sound wave of one of those things that you've seen exploding in the sky over different countries. Where's my pencil? Damn. Yeah, you must have seen it in the sky. It's like one of those things, you know, that you've seen exploding in the sky. Look. Anyway, that'll do for now. Peace out. I love everybody and all my enemies. Any problems, just rebuke Satan in the name of Jesus or Allah or any other religion you want, because all religions are the same. We all love each other. That's the basic principle of every religion, is love thy neighbour and forgive everybody. I don't care where you're from, who you are. I love you. I don't care where you are or where you're from. All right? Peace out.